Well, welcome to another episode of Scouting for History and a brand new permission. Now, this house was built back in 1905-ish, right around there. Hopefully we can find some good stuff. Let's go. First signal of the day with the Deus. And the first signal is a penny of some kind. Yeah, there's Lincoln. I think it's a wheat penny. Awesome. Off to a wheat penny. Let's see what else. Well, I'm still learning the signals here. And that's foil. On to the next. A target in the high 80s. Let's see. Bringing up an 87. And it's another wheat penny. On to the next. And just what you expect to find in every suburban yard. A rifle casing. Bang bang. On to the next. A 95 signal. Still a 95. And it's just a clad quarter. Hoping for silver, but oh well. On to the next. I thought it was a zinc penny at first, but I think it's a play money penny. I'll clean it up and see. It's interesting, whatever it is. Got a big 1 on it. On to the next. Well, I'm beginning to see with the Deus, the signals sound different depending on what it thinks they are. A lot of getting used to the sounds. An aluminum cup. Not terribly old, probably early 1900s, but let's see what else there is. Well, an old spoon bowl. At one time it was silver plated, but not much of the silver plating is left. You can see the copper coming through. But that's cool. On to the next. Well, I thought it was another Lincoln, but it's an Indian. First old coin of the day. Not in too bad a shape. I'll see if I can't get a date off that. I'm sure you can see it. I can't without my glasses. On to the next. And of course, pull tab. These were designed to stay on the cans, but yet everyone had been trained to rip them off, so they still ripped them off. Awful. On to the next. Awesome. I haven't found any military in a while, and there's a Navy button. I believe it's a Navy button. So, you know, in the early 20th century, they started making coat buttons that look like Navy buttons with these anchors on them. I'm not quite sure. I'll check the back mark. Let's see. On we go. Well, there appears to be a bullet, but I think it's been fired and replaced and carried around. Maybe for good luck. It's very light. Yeah, I'll clean it up and see. On to the next. Well, it's another button. Not quite sure. Got a crest on it. Might just be another civilian button if that one's a civilian button. On to the next. And now a key. Kind of old, not terribly old. Probably from the 50s or 60s. Interesting. I'm starting to get the hang of the sounds, but still not sure about the depth. On to the next. So for the sounds, coins and things that are shaped kind of like coins come through nice and crisp and clear signals. If it's funny shaped, like this furniture decorative piece, then it comes through kind of echoey. It's hard to describe, but I'm figuring out what it is. But just because it's echoey doesn't mean it's bad. I mean, a furniture decoration from the early 1900s, well, hey, that's cool. On to the next. Well, now a nice clear signal. It was pretty deep. It's an old bell, I believe, from a telephone. That's cool. Let's see what else there is. And of course, the weather forecast was for clear skies, 0 chance of rain. So of course it's starting to rain.
No, funny is next on. I keep playing. I don't think the heavy stuff's gonna come down for quite a while.
Yeah, I think I can hang out. Let's go. Well, an old school ring pull. Up until the 80s, this was the design. You ripped it off and you threw this nasty thing on the ground. And people got so used to it, when they changed the design, they still did it to the new ones, even though you're not supposed to. Let's go. Well, and now I found a cannon. Awesome. That's in really good shape. If this is here, there's probably some lead soldiers around too. That's lead. Awesome. On to the next. Well, what did I say? There's a lead soldier. Awesome. This one rang up with that hollow sound. It was a solid signal, but it had like an echoey sound to it. Because of the odd shape of it. But you never know what those odd shapes are going to be. On to the next. Well, I had my hopes up when I opened the hole and saw something silvery, and then I thought it was a ring pull. But now, I believe it's a ring. And it's a cowboy hat ring. It's got a little cowboy hat on it. That's cool. Awesome. Well, I'll clean that up. You'll see it right here. I do believe that's going to be silver. Outstanding. Yeehaw! On to the next. And another pretty common find. It's a pocket knife. Wooden scales, starting to rot away, probably less than 50 years old. On to the next. I had my hopes up for a silver quarter, but instead I got a blue car. Looks kind of old, probably 50s or 60s. I'll clean it up, you'll see it right here. On to the next. Well, I thought I had a Trime at first, but it's just a little play coin. On to something better. Well, finally, it took a long time. Ooh, but there is a dime. But what kind? It's a barber.
And our barber Freud lost that. I did.
Awesome. Outstanding. The first real silver with the Deus. I knew there had to be something here. Let's keep going. Well, I had a nice signal here, and I thought I had a mangled up piece of trash, but it was a ring. It's a mangled up silver ring. That's awesome. I'll clean it up. You'll see it right here. I'll look for a hallmark, and I'll try to bend it somewhat into shape. Carefully. On to the next. Well, it's a shame that it's broken. That was a key at one time. Now it's just a hunk of metal. Let's go. Well, it might just be a hunk of melted lead, but I see a bunny holding a gun. Yeah, okay. Let's go. And silver number 2. A Merc. All I need now is a Rosie for the trifecta. Awesome. Let's go. Well, that's going to do it for today's adventure. Not too bad. There's some good stuff, but good to get out and learn the Deus a little more. Stay tuned. I got a little permission lined up. I'm going to do the Deus and the Legend in the same yard. So stay tuned. See you on the next one.